watching. Once again, this is Teacher Jen and we are going to continue learning and have some fun. If you are ready, let's start our study. Let's go! Today's lesson is about sink or float. Now kids, when we say sink, it means it will stay at the bottom of the water. When we say float, it means it will stay on the water surface. Now let's try to look at this picture. This is a boat. Now we all know that the boat runs in the water. Now when we ride a boat, this boat stays on the surface of the water. So we can clearly say that this boat is floating. This is a ship. Now the ship is heavy, but it can float in the water. Now this ship stays on the surface of the water. It did not sink. This is a lifesaver. A lifesaver floats in the water. When a person is drowning, they can use a lifesaver to help them float in the water. To understand better about sink and float, I want you to look at this little experiment. I want you to look about this little experiment that we will have through our online learning. But before that, let's name the things that we need to use. This is a clip, a coin, a key, a rock or a stone, a spoon, a nail, and a scissor. All of these materials are made of metals, and we all know that metals are heavy. This is a leaf, a rubber ducky, a plastic glass, a food pack which is made of styrofoam, a Lego, and a plastic bag. Now look at this picture. We have here a picture of a tank. Now the color blue represents a water. Now we are going to dip those materials that we just mentioned. Then we are going to look whether it will sink or float. If we drop a spoon, the spoon will sink. The coin will sink. The stone will also sink. But the leaf will float. The rubber duck will float. And the plastic bag will float. The spoon, the coin, and the stone sink because they are heavy, while the leaf, the rubber duck, and the plastic bag float because they are light. Now kids, to understand better about float and sink, I want you to do a little experiment at home together with your mommy and daddy. Then you are going to dip any object in the water and then tell me which of the object can float and which one will sink. That ends our lesson for today about float and sink. That ends our lesson for today. I hope you learned something new today. Remember kids, always read your book and always study well. I hope to see you next time. Goodbye!